Veganism gets a lot of praise online for being healthy, ethical, and even spiritual, but what rarely gets talked about is how it negatively impacts your appearance. If you're actually serious about looksmaxxing, meaning building the best version of your face, your body, your frame, and your hormonal health, then going vegan is probably the worst mistake you could ever make, and I'm going to break down exactly why. Let's start with vitamin A. The kind you find in plant foods, such as carrots and sweet potatoes, is called beta-carotene, but it's not the active form that your body actually uses. First, beta-carotene has to be converted into its active form retinol, and for most people, this process is extremely inefficient. This conversion process is extremely dependent on your genetics, and 45 to 60% of the population are low converters. Animal foods like liver, egg yolks, and butter already have the active form of retinol, which directly supports your skin health. If you're relying on plants alone for vitamin A, you're likely running a subclinical deficiency without even realizing it. Then there's DHA and EPA, omega-3 fats, which are critical for brain and skin health, and even emotional stability. While plants do contain ALA, it barely converts into DHA and EPA, the two your body actually needs. If you're not eating fatty fish, pasture-raised eggs, or even supplementing with fish oil, you're likely deficient in these omega-3 fats. And that affects everything from how your brain develops, how calm you feel, to even your skin moisture. B vitamins, especially B6 and B12, are a massive issue for vegans. B12 is only found in animal products, and a deficiency leads to a multitude of problems. This includes having low energy, pale or dull skin, depression, and even neurological problems. B6 is also critical for your mood and overall hormonal function. These vitamins are heavily involved in methylation, the process where your body essentially repairs itself. And if that's running poorly, it's inevitably going to show up on your skin. Cholesterol often gets demonized, but the thing that people don't realize is that your body literally needs it to produce your hormones, such as testosterone, DHT, and estrogen. These hormones shape your body during puberty, including your facial structure, your frame, and your height, which are very important for your overall confidence. And if you are underfed or missing dietary cholesterol during those formative years, it's very likely that that will affect your final structure. And vegan diets contain no dietary cholesterol. Your body can produce some endogenously, but it's rarely optimal without the dietary support. Vitamin D is another nutrient where the animal version matters. D2 found in plants just doesn't compare to vitamin D3 exclusively found in animal foods. And unless you live near the equator and get sun daily, it's likely you're not producing enough vitamin D through your skin. And vitamin D acts more like a hormone than a vitamin. It's super important for your testosterone regulation. So if you're living in higher latitudes or far from the equator, dietary vitamin D3 becomes essential. One of the most overlooked vitamins is K2, and Dr. Weston A. Price discovered it by studying indigenous populations who had zero modern disease with perfect teeth and facial structure. And it's only found in animal fats and fermented foods like egg yolks, butter, liver, and some aged cheeses. Vitamin K2 helps calcium get deposited in your bones and your teeth, not your soft tissues, and without it, you're likely going to develop narrow jaws and crooked teeth. Plant-based iron just isn't the same as heme iron found in red meat. Heme iron is highly bioavailable and actually raises your ferritin levels, which supports oxygen transport, giving you that healthy color in your skin. Same with zinc. Red meat, oysters, and liver are some of the best sources. And the issue with plant-based zinc is that it's often bound to things like phytic acid. Zinc is critical for testosterone and DHT production, and things like skin health and immunity. And when you're low in zinc, you're going to feel it. You're going to have low energy, poor recovery, bad skin, and low libido. Now, I understand that some people want to go vegan for ethical reasons, but if your goal is to maximize aesthetics and overall development, you need to realize what you're missing out on. Almost every nutrient critical for skin, hormones, and bone development is either missing or poorly absorbed on a vegan diet. You can try to supplement, but it's a weak substitute for real bioavailable nutrition that you evolved to eat. If you truly want to looksmax, Start by consuming the foods that your body was built for. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below, have you tried veganism, and how did it affect you? Until next time.